Hey guys, Osmo Creations, Tom, Kizato, whatever the heck you want to call me. And this is kind of just a quick update video. And I'm gonna try to keep it brief because there's not too much I need to say. But at the same time, I want to rehearse something that I posted across all my social medias. So because I know that people who don't follow my Facebook maybe follow me on here. People who don't follow me on here will follow my Facebook. So it's like I want to make sure everybody sees it. Here's what I have to say regarding this situation. So nothing bad with me, thank the Lord, and God bless. But like the video, subscribe, or don't. Leave a comment or not. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell nobody what to do or what not to do because it's not a video I want to be crazy about. And I'll try to keep it brief. So context warning, this does involve Charlie Kirk, but I'm going to try not to make that. That's not the purpose of this video. So jumping straight into the meat of it, going forward on all of my videos, at some point, starting with my Hero Brian's Mansion video, because I think that will be the next video I upload, which will probably be in like 2 weeks or so. We'll see. Do not hold me to this. It will not. It will basically be the video that gets uploaded after this one. Will start this trend, if that makes any sense, and that will be the trend of I will share a Bible verse that my Bible app that I read every day or every other day gives me. So that way I can spread the gospel little by little. It's not going to be the focus of the video because, again, if y'all know my content, I'm doing YouTube for fun, but I wanted to throw that in there. So if that's something y'all like, or if y'all can get behind that, then great. If not, it's completely fine. It's a small snippet of something I want to do. So you don't think that, oh, I'm changing my content completely. No, I'm just adding that. And as for the reason this is the reason it involves the Charlie Kirk thing. But before that, I do want to mention that that was something I've been wanting to do for a while. This just kind of pushed the agenda, if you will, like convinced me to do it now rather than later. So you can view what I have said on the community tab on YouTube, but you can also view what I have said on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, almost Snapchat. So I have said what I'm about to say, but before that, I want to read the Bible verse that I had read in Herobrine's Mansion because it is the verse of the day, and I've just finished the Herobrine's Mansion video as of now. So the Bible verse is the same. So if you are like, why is it same? Just because this kind of also relates to the situation too. It's verse of the day, 1 Peter 3:8. Finally, all of you, be like-minded, be sympathetic, love one another, be compassionate and humble. And I even said this in the Herobrine video. I was kind of surprised that was the verse for a minute because that's kind of the situation at large right now. Is that's what we need to be, not as Christians, but as people. Because my stance on this is not political. It's not religious technically either. It's about just a life that didn't need to be taken. And I can say this about any other life that was taken in the past or attempted to. But the thing about me when it comes to talking about stuff like this is the only way I will make something personally like this public is if it resonates with me. And this did. Because I will give credit to Charlie for kind of pushing me into the gospel when he would debate the Bible. But also because in a way he's like me. Excuse me, I thought I had something on my tongue. Yeah. Anyway, in the sense of he's a father of two kids. I'm a father and I had two kids. And while granted it was later down the line, he is a follower of Christ just like I am. I'm newer to it than he was. He was raised into it. I was not raised into it. I was born agnostic. I grew up pagan a bit, and I converted to Jesus Christ around February 17th of this year. So I'm a newly devoted follower to Jesus, and I'm just reading the Bible every day, trying to learn the word still. So I'm not going to be going around preaching anytime soon. And I will admit, I was a fan of what he was doing. I liked the idea. I like conversations. I like back and forth conversations where there's a point. So what he did is something I can get behind. Now, before you comment below things that he has said in the past or want to debate me on, first off, I am not a debater. I am not a political channel. I am not a Christian. I mean, I guess I'm a Christian channel, but I'm not a channel about preaching the entirety of the gospel in full length videos. I don't do that because I'm not a pastor. I'm not a preaching type of person. I'm a gamer, a rambler at most. I am neither left nor right, red or blue. There are things that Charlie has said that I agree with, and there are things he said that I disagree with. I have my own opinions. But despite me disagreeing with him, I don't think it was right for his life to be taken. Which, like I said, when that happened, it pushed me to, and after everything I've seen, it kind of made me feel like I need to start preaching the Bible one verse a day at a time. So and so on, basically, on my YouTube channel. So that's kind of the reason. Now, if you want to, I think that's where this video ends. So, long story short, the update is every video going forward after this video, I will be giving a Bible verse of the day. So look out for that, if you will. If not, it's fine. You can skip over it. You can ignore it. This could just be background noise for all I care. But feel free to, if you're a fan of that, leave a like and subscribe. And with that being said, I also want to hear from y'all. I want to know from a Christian. So for the people who are Christian, comment below what your walk of Jesus has been like. Like, where did you start? Where did you begin? How is it going for you? Are you doing okay? Comment below. For those who are not Christian, like if you're Muslim, you're pagan, agnostic, atheist, any of them, same thing. What makes you follow that life? What led you to not being a Christian? What's your story? I would love to hear from everybody, without judgment. I'm not here to convert nobody. I'm not gonna try to do that. I just want to hear y'all's stories. Like, where did y'all come from, if you will? Don't have to give me your life story in the terms of like your deepest, darkest secrets. No. I'm not gonna. I'm not a therapist. I mean, that sounds horrible because I do care, but I meant just like I just want to know what kind of people are out there. You know, like whether or not this affects you doesn't matter to me. But please, in the comments below, do not tell me what Charlie has said and how it's justified or whatnot. I don't care. I'm not going to promote those comments. I'm not going to react to them. If you want to talk bad about the dead, then do that somewhere else. Please do not do that in my comment section. I just had this kind of rallying on TikTok. I don't want that here. So please refrain from any kind of, oh, you're praising, you're giving praise, glory, whatever you call it. I don't want to hear how much you hate him. I don't care about that. You can say you don't like him, that's fine. Again, I've said here I disagree with it, but like I don't want no praising his death in my comments if it can be helped. So thank you for those who do respect at least that much of an opinion of me. And with that, that's where this part of the video ends. Because now I'm going to read to y'all what I said. And again, I posted this on all my social medias. And I'm going to be reading this specific one from TikTok because on TikTok, it kind of gave me an extra place to kind of type things out. And I thought I'd say a bit more. So there's a bit more on TikTok than everywhere else. So I posted a photo that I found on a Facebook page called Horse Charm. And the photo says he was a husband, a father, and a son. Even if you didn't agree with him, just 31-year-old with a wife and 2 little kids who loved their dad. Charlie didn't deserve to die, and his family didn't deserve this pain. Violence can never be the answer. We really need to learn how to talk and disagree with respect. Now, for what I said, I mentioned where I found the photo, like I did here. Charlie Kirk, while I shared some beliefs with him and also didn't, he is one of the few people whom, without meeting, I was able to show respect to. For one, he believes in his convictions, he loves his family, he's loyal to his religion, and he fought for those in the next generation. He was a movement I don't think anyone could replicate. When I got into his content, he reminded me strongly of my friend and brother Tennyson. I linked his Facebook page on my Facebook. I linked that. So I was able to get into Mr. Kirk, maybe with a weird perspective, but regardless, I respect the man for what he stood for. No one, no person deserves to be killed or have their life taken from us. But what I will do is in every video I post on YouTube, I will share a Bible verse of the day on every video I upload to keep the word being spread. If you wish death on any individuals or even praise this man's death, unfollow all my social medias and stay as far from me as possible. This has nothing to do with politics. A father of two wonderful children, a husband to a beautiful wife, and one of the children of Christ was taken from us. And I will not tolerate evil on any of my pages or within my life going forward. And then I titled that Rest in Peace, Charlie Kirk. And I doubled down and said, double down? I'm not sure if that's the right term. But anyway, I said, I am not a very political person in terms of what I believe. So I'm neither red or blue, left or right. However, Charlie was a man of God, a father, and someone who had a heart for everyone he met. If you praise the death of any human being, I wish to have little to nothing to do with you. He did not deserve death, and now his wife must widow and raise children without their father. I'm not sure if I said that right. This has nothing to do with politics. This is about a life being taken too soon. May God have mercy on the wicked and the one who pulled the trigger, and may Charlie find peace in his kingdom, God's kingdom, and may the family find peace in these times of hurt, and may anyone who is affected by this loss, or any loss they face, may they find peace in their own life. So just to kind of clarify once again, I'm not political. I'm not a debater. I'm a horrible conversator. I'm not the best with conversations on heavy subjects. So I could never replicate what Charlie did with anybody, even if I tried. So a person can come in these videos easily and say all they want, and I can fight a little bit, like argue wise, but like I don't have the composure or the mental capacity to be like I'm not going to sit here and do that because that's not the kind of person I am. So if you come in my comments and you want to start saying how he deserved it or whatever, I'm just not going to show the comment. I'm going to try to figure out how to hide it. Maybe even delete it. I might report it. We'll see what happens first. I don't really care if you want to comment, but like I said, and I already said I want people to comment. I want to hear people's stories and their lives and get closer to people as much as I can. I'm not looking to convert people to Christianity. I, I'm not, you know, I just would like to see some good conversations flow. I would love to learn more about the people who came across this video and just in general. So, like, just have wholesome conversations going forward. Like I said, and again, I don't agree with everything he said, but I also don't disagree with everything he said either. And this was never about politics. Hell, I'll even double down a bit further and say this has nothing to do with the view count. The only reason I decided to make this video or any of those statements is because it's something I believe in. And what I mean by that is a few weeks ago, last month, I believe, I made a post about the whole schlepped incident. And I mentioned how going forward, I would not be doing Roblox content because that was something was getting into until the whole thing either gets figured out or just never gets fixed. And I just never happen to play Roblox again because I'm not going to play a game platform of any kind where the owners of it are like straight up pedophile supporters. If you don't know anything about the Schlepp incident, I highly recommend looking into it. It's really fucked up. Not as bad as this, but still pretty bad. It got Chris Hansen out of retirement. That's how crazy it was. So look into it if you will. If you already know, then you know. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then like I said, look into it. But anyway, when I talk about stuff like this, it's more so because it's something I stand by or believe in and want to talk about. Otherwise, it's just a side conversation, and I want to post things I enjoy doing. And the one thing about Charlie that I really liked, and I will admit this, is even if you hate him, you can't deny the fact that he went to places not afraid and was willing to discuss things, whether it was awful to you, whether it was disgusting to you, it doesn't matter. It was the fact that he was able to go into these public spaces with all these cameras on him, all these eyes and lights. He knew this would happen. At the end of the day, I feel like in a way he kind of knew this would have been his fate in some regard. I mean, I'm not going to assume what the man thinks or what the man thought, you know? But I don't have that kind of courage to go and debate in front of huge crowds. I have stage fright, horrible stage fright. So it's like a miracle I can even do YouTube. I'll be blunt. So, with that being said, I'm not here to debate. I'm not here to fight. I just wanted to share my opinion on something that I did stand by because one thing about him that I do like, I think I have in common with him, and I could say this about a lot of debaters or a lot of people. Like I can say this easily about Markiplier or PewDiePie or um, I don't know. I can't think of a bunch of people off the top of my head. I'm verbal and vocal about my opinions. Like I'm not afraid to share them. So it's a matter of just like I may not be able to boast in front of large crowds, but if you were to ask me about an opinion of something I have, I'm not really afraid to share it. In terms of does this make you hate me or not? Like I don't want people to dislike me, but at the same time, I'm actually proud of the family I currently have in my life. I'm very loved. I have like wonderful mother. I have a wonderful sister and brother. I have an amazing roommate and brother. Like he's like a brother to me too, and his mom is also like a mom to me. And I have a beautiful son, and I had a beautiful daughter too. Have had however you want to word that, but I'm not sure which. I'm not good with words, like I said. So please forgive me on this front, right? But anyway, it's just like I said. I'm not somebody that's desperate for people to like. So if you don't like me, then straight up, right? Like I'm not afraid to kick people out. Like just for context of this channel's history, I've kicked out two people out of my life because they were awful. I'm not going to say their names. If you want to know more, you can just look up on my community tab because I mentioned both of them in the same one. So, and I don't post my community tab that often, and I probably won't post much at all going forward. Who knows? I haven't decided on the community tab thing. I just did it to have it posted because originally I wasn't going to make a video, but then I thought, how many people are going to see this video versus my community tab? So here's a video about it. But anyway, I'm not sure what else to say at this moment other than I will bring this up again in I brought this up once in my hero running video, which was right before I started recording this one because I pretty much finished that, took a shower, came back in here, started this video. So not much of a time difference in when they happened, but I will be uploading this one before the Hero Brian videos. So you'll see this video and then you'll see that one. And then towards the end of it, it's mentioned like, so the Charlie Kirk situation, yada yada. I mentioned it like briefly. I said the same Bible verse, but I continue playing the game right after. I don't bring it up too much. I'm focused on the game. It was a lot of fun, but I think that's where I'm going to end the video officially. So I do want to say thank y'all for watching. If y'all watch all the way through, once again, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Uh, I may God watch over his family, those who are affected, and also may God watch over everyone who sees this video or who doesn't, who is going through their own struggles, related or unrelated. And doesn't matter if you're Christian or not, doesn't matter if you're red and blue. At the end of the day, we are all people. And that is, to me, more important. And I hope someone, I guess, gets their I don't want to say changed their mind because I highly doubt I'm that convincing. But just, you know what? Regardless, God bless.